Primetime local news, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Healthcare in the Border City region was a hot topic at the Civic Center as health officials from Alberta and Saskatchewan gathered to hear from residents.
The key desire for today is to get to the question and answers, to hear from you as citizens of Lloydminster and area, and to be able to answer some of the questions you maybe have about health services.
Some of the concerns raised by those in attendance include adding ICU beds at the Lloydminster Hospital, relocation of the dialysis program, and lab tests being done out of the community. The meeting was organized by the Lloydminster and District Health Advisory Council. Their chair says it's important for the leaders of the SHA and AHS to hear the concerns of residents.
You have two large health authorities. Of course, Alberta is fairly large as compared to Saskatchewan because of population. And as we know, Saskatchewan looks after all health services for the most part in Lloydminster. And so just having this meeting alone ensures enhanced and continued conversations between those authorities. Anything we can do as an organization or as volunteers to have them talk, and one great avenue has been something. There was a letter campaign in the community in the area to ask the two health ministers to go ahead with a new facility study to look at all the facilities in Lloydminster and actually have a consultant come up and seeing where shortfalls are, where we're good.
That council has 13 key priorities to improve health in the region, including cross-border file transfers, a new chemotherapy space, and a permanent MRI unit. More talks between Lloydminster and the County of Vermilion River happened at City Council this week. The intermunicipal development plan is similar to the municipal development plan for the city, but focuses on the future development of infrastructure between multiple municipalities that share a border.
From a planning perspective, it's important that we have some direction, and it's no different in the city versus out in the county, but along the border it comes even more an interesting perspective, because as we saw, the IDP that's in place is now land that's now in the city.
On top of strengthening Lloydminster's relationship with neighboring municipalities, the IDP is put in place to reduce future conflicts and ensure mutual interests of all future developments.
So it becomes very important to try and be effective and efficient in the planning, the delivery of building the future from that perspective for the city as well as for the county, because the county has aspirations of people that may want to be in the county to set up their business or develop land in that area. So we're going back to building a new and upgraded IDP.
Both the county and the city are equal partners in regards to the intermunicipal development plan. And the Lloydminster Bobcats held their annual Evening of Champions fundraiser last night. Our Thomas Wildman has more on the event as well as the high-profile guests in attendance.
I'm a jerk sometimes. I got it from them, you know.
The evening saw some important announcements for the Bobcats, including the roster for the 2023-24 season, as well as two new inductees to the Wall of Honor, in Vern Belsham, who served as the general manager of the organization back when they were still the Blazers starting in 1994, and Gord Thibodeau, who served as the head coach for 3.5 seasons and still is the AJHL's winningest coach. The festivities also included a live and silent auction, with half the proceeds of the silent auction going towards the Lakeland Rustlers women's hockey team. The main event of the evening was the entertainment provided by Scott MacArthur, a sports broadcaster as the master of ceremonies, and he was really glad to be in the border city.
My dad's parents were raised in Winnipeg, and my mom was born in Regina. Her side of the family comes from Regina, my grandparents. So to be out on the prairies is really special for me. It's nowhere I've been, because long before I was born, my family settled outside of Toronto. So this is an opportunity for me to get in touch with my roots. The people here are, as you know, awesome. And it truly is a great opportunity to see a different part of the country, and I think for anybody.
MacArthur also served as the host for the other two guests of the evening, starting with John Shannon, who has been covering the NHL for over 40 seasons, but really enjoyed coming out and supporting a small town initiative, as he also came from humble roots in a small town in BC.
I think we start to feel, and sometimes when you're around the NHL and other professional leagues, is you forget the grassroots. And it's a good reminder to come back to small town Canada, small town the United States, but small town Canada, and look at the passion that people have for the game as fans, as sponsors, as players. And there'll be probably somebody that we will meet tonight, that one of the guys from the Bobcats, that and now maybe one of the players from the college team, that she can play in a professional league as well, that they have an opportunity to go on.
The second guest was John Gibbons, known for his time as the Blue Jays manager, especially during the 2015 and 2016 playoff runs that broke the Blue Jays' more than 20-year-long playoff drought. And Gibbons is happy to come and help support programs big and small.
I mean, it's huge. You know what? One thing that's always been important to me, you know, because so many people in groups and everything have always been good to me and supported me in different ways, you know. And you can't lose sight of that, you know. And you know, that I'm at the end of whatever it is, and you know, it's important, hey, to carry that on. And you know, if I can lend a hand, you know, I'm not the biggest name in the world, but every chance I get, you know, I think I love helping people.
Thomas Wildman, Primetime, local news.
And Abby St. John is here for a look at weather. And Abby, it seems like today we had a gloomy week. Things kind of warmed up a little bit today, and it seems like we'll have a decent weekend, hey?
Yes, I was certainly surprised, especially like you said, it's been a gloomier week, but I was surprised today is actually a very nice and sunny day.
Yeah.
Kind of started out a little bit windy, but you know, really the sun really peeked through, and it's now clear sunny skies, and you know, it's been a really good day and pretty hot too for, you know, this time of year.
Yeah.
We're at 21.
We're getting like a little end of summer kind of weather.
Exactly.
It feels like, before fully getting into that fall.
Exactly,
Yeah.
which is really nice, especially for the kids going back to school. It's always nice to have a nice recess outside, especially with, you know, the weather being what it is in the winter. But like I said, it's currently 21 degrees here, which is fairly nice to see, especially this week hasn't been that great weather-wise for us. So nice, clear, sunny skies, which is nice. The tiny bit of a breeze, but for the most part, it's been a pretty calm day. And then taking a look across the region, similar temperatures basically across Alberta. A lot of places are at 21, Wainwright, Vermilion, Vegreville, Edmonton, St. Paul, Marwayne, Bonnyville, Cold Lake, 22 in Provost, and 19 in Lac La Biche. So we're all staying around the same temperatures, and it's the same in Saskatchewan, 21 in Meadow Lake, Green Lake, Pierceland, and Isle Cross, 22 in North Battleford and in Macklin, and 23 in Maidstone. St. Walburg sitting at 20. So we're all seeing some nice temperatures for today. And then overnight tonight in North Battleford, it will be a very clear evening, which is nice. However, it will drop to 6 degrees. So it will be a little bit on the chillier side, but with that clear skies, it shouldn't feel too cold. And then tomorrow will be another nice sunny day out in North Battleford, 22 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud. It should be a fairly sunny and nice day out, like it says here. Sunny and pleasant, which is always nice to see, especially at the end of summer. Tonight in Cold Lake, it'll have a little bit of cloud coverage and also be down to 6 degrees. So it'll be a little bit on the chillier side and a little bit of cloud coverage. And then tomorrow in Cold Lake, it will be 21 degrees. So we're still seeing those 20-degree temperatures, which is very nice. And hopefully it holds out for just a little bit longer. Partially cloudy skies, but it will be a beautiful day all in all. And then tonight here in Lloydminster, we'll just drop down to 9 degrees, so a little bit warmer than Cold Lake and North Battleford, but still a little bit on the chillier side, and a mainly clear night, which is always nice to see. And then tomorrow will be a bright, sunny day at 21 degrees, so similar to what we saw today is what we'll see tomorrow here in the border city, which I'm very happy about. And then over the next 3 days, we're looking to have a very sunny next couple of days, and we're getting into those mid-20 degree temperatures. So tomorrow will be a high of 21 and just a low of 8. So the evenings will still also be nice as well. And then on Sunday, it will be a mix of sun and cloud, but for the most part, very sunny with a high of 23 and a low of 8. And then on Monday, to start your week off, it'll be a nice sunny day as well, with a high of 24 and a low of 11. So we're looking forward to the next few days to be nice, sunny, and warm. So definitely take advantage of that. Go out to Bud Miller Park or just go for a walk. It's going to be a very, very nice couple of days out, so definitely take advantage of that. But as the first look at your weather forecast, I will have more look into your weather later on in the show.
Thanks for that, Abby. Stay with us. After the break, we'll have a look at today's business headlines. That's all the time we have for Primetime Local News. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here again on Monday.